Okay, let's talk about something I think we've all felt. You're staring at your screen, you've got like a dozen tutorial tabs open, but you have this sinking feeling that you haven't really learned anything. Well, today we're going to break that cycle. We're moving from just watching to actually building. So, does this sound familiar to you? You watch a video, you're following along, maybe even coding right there with the instructor. And it feels good, right? You feel like you're learning. But then the video ends, you stare at a blank editor, and poof, it's gone. You freeze up. You've been at this for weeks, but it feels like you've made zero real progress on your own. If that feeling hits close to home, listen, you are definitely not alone. It is so common that it actually has a name, and just being able to name this frustrating loop, well, that's the first and most important step to finally getting out. Yep, it's called tutorial hell, and what a perfect name for it, right? It's that super tricky place where you feel productive because you're always watching and learning, but you're not actually producing anything yourself. And it's that illusion of progress part that's so dangerous. You're just consuming content, not creating, and that's exactly what keeps you stuck. This right here, this is the core of the frustration, isn't it? The concepts in the video, they make perfect sense. You're nodding along, thinking, yep, got it, makes sense. But then the gap between understanding a concept and actually applying it from a blank page, man, it feels like a giant canyon. So let's dig into the why. Why does this happen to so many of us? It's not that tutorials are bad, they're not. But relying on them as your only way to learn, well, that's a recipe for disaster. Let's break down exactly why. Think about it like this. When you're watching a tutorial, you're basically a passenger in a car. The instructor is driving, they're making all the turns, navigating the traffic, solving all the little problems that pop up. You're just along for the ride. You never hit a dead end and have to figure out a new route. And that's where the real learning happens. That sense of accomplishment you feel, it's kind of borrowed, not truly earned. Okay, so if passive learning is the big problem, what on earth is the solution? Well, it's time to completely flip the script and shift our focus to something way more effective. Let's call it Project Heaven. And here's the best part. You can forget about that feeling of needing to know more before you can start. The secret isn't one more tutorial, it's a fundamental shift in your mindset, from being a passive student to an active builder. And this just lays it all out perfectly. You're going to move from passive consumption to active creation. You're going to stop just following a recipe step by step and start doing some real problem solving, which, by the way, usually means making a mess and then figuring out how to clean it up. You stop learning about doing the thing and you start actually doing the thing. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Project Heaven sounds kind of big, a little intimidating, like you need some genius idea to get started. But the beauty of this whole method is that it is, and I quote our source material here, honestly easy. And that's it. That's the whole secret, right there on the screen. It is not about building something perfect. It's not even about building something impressive. It is simply about the act of starting. That's the whole game. So here's your game plan. It's almost ridiculously simple. 1, pick something small, something tiny. 2, open your code editor and start typing, like right now. And 3, this is the most important one. Embrace the fact that you're going to know almost nothing. You will Google every single tiny thing, and that is not cheating. That is the job. And check this out. This is a perfect example of just how simple can be. The suggestion from the source, build a basic website for a pressure washing business. It's not the next big social media app. It just needs a homepage, an about page, and a contact form. That's it. That is a project you can actually finish. And that's what matters. So let's get you over that very first hurdle, the absolute terror of the blank page. We're going to get you started right now with a couple more ideas. Seriously, do not overthink this. Just pick one. A personal portfolio page to show off all the awesome projects you're about to build. A super simple to-do list. The goal is not to be original. The goal is just to get your hands dirty, get on the keyboard, and make something, anything at all, appear on that screen that wasn't there 5 minutes ago. And I really want you to burn this next thought into your brain. Your first project, it's probably going to be not very good. And that is 100% okay. In fact, it's expected. The goal of your first project isn't to build a masterpiece. It's to build momentum. It's to finally prove to yourself that you can build. So I'm going to leave you with this. Don't go watch another tutorial.
Close this explainer, open up your code editor, and just start. The path out of tutorial hell begins with that very first line of code. So, what will yours be?